All right, let's just get right to it. If you're serious about getting better at editing, and I mean fast, you have to stop just randomly cutting things together and start practicing with a real purpose. We're about to break down how professional editors actually hone their craft so you can stop wasting time and start seeing results. Just let that sink in for a second. Most beginner editors are practicing the wrong way. That might sound harsh, but it's the honest-to-God truth, and it's the #1 reason so many talented people get stuck and feel like they just aren't improving. I bet you felt this. Those long, draining sessions where you just feel like you're spinning your wheels, moving clips around, but not really getting anywhere. Yeah, that feeling of being stuck, it isn't about talent, it's about your method. So let's fix that right now with 3 incredibly powerful methods. Okay, first up, we have a technique that almost feels like you're cheating, but trust me, it's one of the absolute fastest ways to build that professional-level instinct. We call it the smart copy. So here's the drill. Find an edit that you just love. It could be a movie trailer, a commercial, a music video, whatever. And your job is to recreate it. And I don't mean just kind of get the same vibe. I mean, you are aiming to match it cut for cut, sound cue for sound cue, as perfectly as you can. Now, as you do this, you're not just mindlessly copying, you're analyzing. You're forced to feel the exact timing and rhythm of the cuts. You'll start to internalize the pacing of the entire piece. You have to figure out exactly when that music shifts, and more importantly, why. You'll see how transitions are used to move the story, not just for flashy effects. And that's the magic of it right there. You're basically reverse engineering a professional's decisions, and by doing that, you start to absorb their instincts. This is how you build a deep, almost subconscious understanding of rhythm, pacing, and true storytelling. All right, let's move on to the second method, which builds on that foundation. This one is all about working smarter, not harder. It's the daily habit. So many of us think that a big 5-hour marathon session on a Saturday is the way to go. It's not. Honestly, that just leads to burnout, and the growth you get from it is incredibly slow. What's way, way more powerful is a super focused 30-minute session every single day. That's where you get that amazing compounding improvement. 30 minutes, that's it. That is a number you can actually stick to, right? It's not intimidating. The secret here isn't how long you practice, it's the repetition. Doing it every day is how you build that critical muscle memory. And to really get the most out of these 30 minutes, pick one thing to focus on. Seriously, just one. Maybe today your only goal is to get faster with J cuts and L cuts. Tomorrow, it's all about perfectly syncing clips to a beat. The next day, maybe you just work on adding subtitles as fast as you can. Or you play with the pacing of a single scene. And the best part, you're going to feel the difference almost immediately. This isn't some maybe in 6 months kind of deal. We're talking within the first week, your keyboard shortcuts will feel more natural. Within a couple of weeks, you'll be making decisions faster and with way more confidence. It really works. Now for our third method. This one might be the most important, and it's what truly separates the good editors from the great ones. It's time to learn how to fix your own work. Here's what I want you to do. Go find an old project, one that you look back on and kind of cringe at. You know the one. Now you're going to re-edit it, but not just a few tweaks. Open a brand new timeline, import the raw footage, and rebuild the entire thing from the ground up with the skills you have today. As you're rebuilding, you have to be your own toughest critic. The very first question to ask is, where does this feel slow? Where does it drag? Watch it and pay attention to the moment your brain starts to wander. Find those spots and be absolutely ruthless about cutting them down. Next, look at every single cut and ask yourself, why is this here? Does this cut actually move the story forward? Does it reveal new information? If the answer is no, then that cut has got to go. Every single shot needs to earn its place on the timeline. Okay, now take a step back. Forget the individual cuts for a second and just watch the whole piece. Does the story actually make sense? If a complete stranger watched this, audience? Would they get it? Is there a clear beginning, middle, and end? And finally, a really important one. Close your eyes and just listen to the audio. Is the music actually elevating the emotion of the scenes, or is it just there? A great track can make an edit 10 times better. Make sure yours is working for you, not against you. See, this whole exercise is so powerful because it forces you to look at your own work with a brutally honest, critical eye. And that process, that's what pros do all day, every day. It's a constant cycle of creating, analyzing, and refining. So, there you have it. These aren't just random tips. These are 3 specific, actionable methods that, when you put them together, create a real, clear path to getting better, faster. So let's just run through the playbook one more time. Number 1. Recreate great edits to build your instincts. Number 2. Build that daily habit with short focus practice. And number 3. Learn to analyze and fix your own work like a pro. That's the system. So forget about someday or when I have more time. The only real question is, which one of these are you going to start tonight? Just pick one. Open your software. Your journey to becoming a much better editor starts with the very next thing you do. Go for it.